this keyboard. Hold on. Okay. Can you hear me? Is anybody here? This is going to be a complete disaster of a stream. Is anybody out there? Is anybody at all out there? I have no clue if I'm actually properly live or not. Live. Okay, can you hear me? And if you can hear me, how do I sound? If you can't hear me, let me know. You're quite quiet. Okay. I don't think I can do anything about that. If I'm not loud enough at this point. Because the microphone's maxed 100%. Wait a minute, I can put a little bit more. There we go. How is that right there? 50% quieter than my part 3 self. That doesn't make any sense because the microphone's maxed out and I'm in the yellow just like I normally am. It's funny you say 50%, but literally the volume bar only moved like 4 pixels. Alright, so 4 pixels is 50%. Alright, anyway. This is a very strange and experimental stream. I have no clue if any of this is going to work. And so the last two times I tried streaming, the GPU crashed. And on the last stream, I didn't even really get into the game. The split second I started the game, the GPU crashed. So I did my little intro for like 11 minutes or so, and then it just crashed. So I got nowhere. And I started that stream by saying that I thought that I had lost the data from the previous stream, but I didn't. Which was great, because I didn't have to replay it. And now, for some reason, all of those files are gone. So now it's all been lost. So at this point now, this is called stream 3.5. And it's going to be going back and redoing all of the stuff that was already done in part 3. If the GPU doesn't crash. And I suspect that it will. But I'm not going to redo all of it probably. I'm just going to do some of it. And then I'll probably finish it off stream to return to where I left off at the end of stream 3. But I just want to see if this will even work, if the GPU is going to crash, or what's going to happen. So, this is just an experimental stream. I don't know how long it's going to be. It's going to be weird. I'm just going to redo the same things that I already did. Hopefully. If it crashes, then I just won't be able to stream until I get another GPU, because it's just so incredibly unstable at this point. And I have my my technical advisor here to help me, to guide me through what I had last done, because it was 2 weeks ago at this point, and I have gone through many things in those 2 weeks, so I remember nothing now. I remember that I got the hammer and the cane somewhere, and it allowed me to do everything that I couldn't do. But I don't remember where that was. So, if you could direct me where to go. I suspect the cane of Samaria is in the Mirror World Town Dungeon. Okay. That's the ice dungeon, right? That doesn't sound right. I don't think it was in the ice dungeon, was it? Anyway. Let me go ahead and get into the game. May need to adjust the volume down for myself. We'll see. The underground one. Alright. Let me turn it down a little bit. How does that sound? Game audio volume wise? This is weird because I'm only playing this with one monitor now too, because I'm in a completely different area. Different house, different room, different setup. I am surrounded by Barbies and elf dolls. There's a Ken doll over there. Game audio is fine. All right. So it's super awkward because this isn't even started. This isn't even where I started stream 3, because I couldn't even load the save state from where stream 3 started, even though that was working fine. It's like everything is just erasing itself as I'm trying to do anything. I don't understand what's happening. So this is where I am now, and this is what I have. So I know I'm missing a lot of items that I had in the end of stream 3, namely the hammer and the cane, but I might have also had something else. I know I had an extra heart container. I don't know where that came from. And I guess the magic. I do have the fully upgraded sword, so that's good. But, so you want me to go to the cane is not in the town dungeon. Alright. It's alright. This stream's going to be very chaotic. It might not go anywhere. That's fine. I just want to see if it's going to work, if the GPU is going to crash, how incredibly unreliable it actually is. So if I get nowhere, at least I'll just get that, and then I'll try to get back to where I was off stream. I'll do an official part 4. I just want to kind of get everything in order and see if it's even possible. But I do think I'm just going to need to buy a new GPU. I don't know what to get. They are just absurdly overpriced right now. The mirror shield is from the forest dungeon boss. But can I do the forest dungeon right now? And also how... I can't get to the forest dungeon easily because I need the hammer to do that. I have to go to the light world. No, hello. Do I have the level 2 power bracelets? I do. Alright, so, why are all you guys here? I'm also a lot closer to the monitor now, so now I can actually read things without being incredibly zoomed in. So I can read your text, which is very interesting. Because you're on the normal monitor. I might not be able to read the chat, because that is tiny. We'll see. GPU is going to crash before anybody chats, so it'll be fine. Hooray that I can read the chat. Good. Alright, so I'm on my way to the Dark World town. No, I'm not. Never mind. It's this way. It's been over 2 weeks, I think, since I've last played. I very much am thrown off from where I was. The mysterious old mountain man is... Oh, that's right. I remember that. Okay. And he's in the light world, so he's just right up here. So that is a good thing to go to right now. And that solved a lot of problems, I remember that. It's like this guy had the hammer all along. Actually, I can fly there, right? I have the ocarina? I forget. I don't remember how anything works. I can, okay. That make it very easy. I did not mean to play the ocarina again. So he's not in here because I didn't actually get him, right? I need to go down and get him. Oh, he is here. Okay. How do I speak? Is he out of sequence? Do I actually have to go to the beginning? Because even though he's here, he's not actually here because I didn't actually do the sequence where you get him. So I might need to go back to the beginning. And then run through, and then he'll give me the hammer at the end of that. So I think I get there from this ladder. Actually surprised it even let me stream, considering how different everything is. For some reason it still worked. Also, does the audio have any kind of a weird echo to it? Because the speaker is in a very different position that's more directionally in line with the microphone now. So, it could be causing more of an issue. I don't know. Or was the hammer right here? No, it wasn't here. There was nothing here. Alright. So I'm going through. And I'll see if he appears. Also, let me know if you can hear that, because the air conditioning just cut on. And it is very powerful right here. So I'm not sure if you'll hear that. Oh, there he is. Alright, so I'll guide him back through and he should give me the hammer then. I'm not noticing anything. Also not hearing any crickets. Oh, they're very loud. They're very loud crickets. It sounds like tinnitus. It's great. I have no clue why they're so loud right now. It did rain a lot yesterday. Alright, we got the duplicate old man. Bring him to his... There we go, hammer. Nice. Alright, so that's one thing down. And now with the hammer... I don't remember the dungeons that I couldn't do because it's been so long. There's the thing in the town. That might have been the heart container. Let me go back to the town. I'm in the town. Over this way. The thing in the town was a heart container. Yeah, okay, so this thing right here. Was it this, or was it in the Dark World, where you hammer down all the pegs and it opens up the passageway? Wait, I don't have the magic powder. Where did I get the magic powder from? Was that the kid? The net kid? What a weird stream this is. Magic powder was on the cliff. Oh, in the Dark World? That's right, I remember that was really weird to get to. We had to... not hook shot. We had to do something to get past that hole up there in that cave in the Dark World. I remember that. I don't remember what it was exactly. Was it the cape? I think we used the cape and did something. It's vaguely in my head. You had to use the cape to phase through the bouncy thing. Yes. Okay. So what was in the little hammer area down here? There's also this, but I don't think there's anything here. There's a fairy. Couple of fairies. I probably should get those. Although magic might be better. I don't know. Do you have 1/4 magic? I do not like how long it took for that screen to transition. I thought it crashed. No, that's not what the GPU crashes are like. GPU crashes, screen goes blank instantly, all the fans go into full high gear. It's like the whole thing overheats, but it's not overheating. Temperature is not going up at all. So I don't know what its issue is. And yes, for everybody who's wondering, I did pull off the heatsink and fully redo the thermal compound. It wasn't very bad. So this is the hard container, okay. It never made any difference. The temperature was never a problem. Alright, so I got a heart container, and I got the hammer. So already that's pretty good progress. So now, if I go back to the Death Mountain area in the Dark World, I'll get the magic powder. But then what was in the magic powder area in the Light World then? Because that was the heart container. Was there another heart container? Or was it something else? Couldn't have been another one, because I didn't have another heart container. Unless I never did that. This I remember being annoying to navigate. No, I'm here. I don't know why it would be annoying. It's right there. Okay, so there's magic powder. Easy. Ooh. Hook shot. Okay, then you use the cape to get through this. And then you get the magic powder. Wait. Alright, nice. That's very rapid progress. So now I can go back to the town. In the Light World. After I fight all these toucans. Alright, so, now that I've got a little bit of progress, how are you doing today? Have you finally slept? So apparently that was the last message that you sent me, that you missed sleep. I did not actually sleep. I had to wake up to push a truck into a parking spot, because my alternator died. That's a long story. Maybe I'll tell it, we'll see. Randomly the crickets will stop, and I feel like I suddenly go from having tinnitus to not having tinnitus. If you asked me how I was yesterday, I would have been miserable. You're not miserable today? Oh, he gave me... Did he give me the Quake or something? No, heart container. Alright. How many heart containers do I have? One. That doesn't help. Alright, so... I'm guessing that's everything that I did in the overworld for now. And then it's up to the dungeons. I don't even know. I don't even know what I've completed in this save now. Let me pop into the dark world real quick. Still haven't found the damn cane. I assume it's in one of the dungeons. It might have been this one. Unless I did this dungeon already. I haven't done any of the dungeons. Or have I? No? Have I not done any of the dungeons in this save? Am I even further back than I thought? That's pretty bad. Oy. I might have a lot more to do then. I remember being in here, but I have no clue what was actually in here. Uh-oh. Key. You're missing the swamp dungeon, the forest dungeon, the one with the lizard mask, and the town dungeon. Yeah, I haven't done any dungeons in this save, so that's very infuriating. I don't understand what in the world has happened to the save files. It makes no sense to me at all. It's just like they're erasing themselves as I'm trying to get to them. Alright, hitbox. So yeah, I'm probably just going to do a lot of this off-stream. As long as I can at least see that it's going to work, maybe. So I know I've already done this. So I've done the swamp dungeon, the forest dungeon. The lizard and the mask is in the forest. And then the town dungeon, that's the one that I'm in now. I assume that's what you mean by town dungeon? This one? Because I know I did this one, I remember this. Yes. There's a chest over here, right? Or am I in the wrong spot? Oh, that's right, there's 4 screens. Chest is over there. And what was in this chest? A large key. Can I just skip the entire dungeon? So I can get that one. I do like having the level 4 sword. It is very nice. Map. Oh, let me sit closer here. Yeah, so anyway. The alternator in the truck died. So I stopped at the house, and as soon as I got back in the truck, the battery light was on. So I took it to AutoZone to have them check the battery. And when they were checking it, they said that it looked like the alternator because the battery was low. It was at 47%, they said, and they noticed that it was continuing to go down. So they said that is weird because it should still continue to be charging from a capacitor in the alternator. And so they thought it was probably the alternator and not the battery. Of course, the battery could also be bad. It's a 2-year battery, and it's 2 years now, so I imagine that's going to go soon. But they asked me to start it so they could check the alternator, and in the process of starting it, it completely drained the battery, so it was completely dead in the parking lot. And he gave me a jump, and he told me it was probably fine to drive back to the house, which was just down the road. And so I get in, and as soon as I sit down in the seat, the whole thing just dies. So my brother ran around and tried to get me an alternator very quickly before everything closed within 20 minutes. And then we tried to put it in at night, which just did not work, did not happen. So I had to leave the truck in the AutoZone parking lot overnight, and then in the morning when AutoZone opened, I called them to see if it was okay to leave the truck there, and they said sure, but you've parked right in front of the store, so if you could come over. Wow. If you could come over and move it by pushing it across the parking lot into one of the vacant spaces, they would appreciate it. And I was like, well, I have no vehicle to get there, and everybody's working, so I have no way to actually get over there to push it. So that was fun. But eventually I got over there, and I pushed it into the parking spot. And then when my brother got off work, we put the new alternator in, which was an experience, but now it's all good. So that was most of my day. Well, that was half my day. The other half of my day I spent doing yard work and then nothing. So I decided since I can't drive, I might as well take the day off. And I'm just randomly wandering around because I don't have any clue what I'm doing in this dungeon. I've already done it and everybody's already seen it. I'm just talking. It's been a very eventful and strange 2 weeks, and I have moved out from where I was, and will probably move back in to some degree. I'm waiting to see. But things are very bad. Nothing's good. And I'm in a room full of Barbies and elves and whatever is directly above me. Also, how is the stream, by the way? Because the internet here is going to be slower, I think. Have there been any hiccups? Looks like you never actually got the cane last stream. Interesting. Pretty sure I had the cane, didn't I? Or are we thinking of the Oracle games? Also, this is the dungeon where I need to lead blind into the sunlight. So I need to reveal the sunlight. Which... is in that room? Stream's perfectly fine. Well, that's good. At least I know that I can stream here, as long as the GPU doesn't crash. Which is the most unpredictable thing in the world. You'll notice I've been playing this and it hasn't crashed. And yet sometimes, just looking at it will crash it. I need to hit a thing. That was why I could not get in there. Where's a thing? Have you seen a thing that I did not see? A crystal ball? I assume it's through here. Oh, that's right, I saw it. Alright. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. This room. So I need to check under all the pots. There might be something valuable down there. A button. I think I'm going down here, though. I really don't know. I'm only half paying attention. There are many options. Many potential options at this point in life. Surprised Aiden has not showed up. He might be asleep. He's gonna be over here tomorrow. I could stream with him. Do an early stream. I think I would go this way. Yes, alright. This is where you rescue a person. Blind. Good. And what's this? Bee in a jar? Is that what that was? I don't like that. Cycling. I prefer the sub-menu that used to open up. Does not open up now. Alright, what is... Whoops. Do you remember what I actually got in this dungeon? Was it anything of value? Or am I just really in here to get the pendant and nothing else? I feel like I don't want to go through there. I feel like that was not worthwhile last time. But I'll do it. Oh, that's the big chest. There might be something in there. 10 arrows. Nope, not worth it. Ah. And there's that one. You never opened it now. Really, I didn't open that last time. Oh, I don't have the quick thing. Ah. Wait, I do have the cane right here. That's not the cane of Samaria, though, right? That's the cane that gives a little spinny thing. I don't think I ever got the cane of Samaria, yeah. That's the cane of whatever. Alright, and what was down here? This room again. And I've done everything here now, I think. And I can just leave. Maybe I will try and complete this dungeon, and that'll be the end of the stream. And then from this point on, I will try to get back to where I was. In other words, just finish the other 3 dungeons that you said that I need to finish. And I have not revealed the sunlight here. I need to figure out where that was. And after I complete those dungeons, hopefully the save file will not get destroyed. And I can actually continue this at some point. Depending on how things develop. I'm not even going to be able to survive. Where have I not gone yet? That is where I want to go. First floor. Because that is the long room that goes to the area where you bomb the floor for the sunlight. So how do I get there? Somewhere. Okay. No clue. No clue there was something down there. Good. I'm glad. And I no longer have my follower, which means that I have to go back and get them, which is just wonderful. Probably the best possible outcome. It's exactly what I wanted. So those things are the staircases, the yellow marks in the map. So it's one of those that I need to go through. And to get to that, I need to go to the other one. And to go to the other one, for some reason, requires going in the most convoluted way possible. Because dungeon design. If you could just walk to the next room, it would not be enjoyable. Not enjoyable at all. I feel like there might be something under that skull I should check. The swamp one needs the cane. forest one, you killed the boss and then got the mirror shield, and the lizard one, the Palace of Darkness, I don't think gave anything, and you never completed the ice dungeon, because the ice dungeon infuriated me and I could not find the solution. And when I tried to look up the solution, the GPU crashed, and that was when all of the problems began. And I started to lose all of my save files. This room has no purpose. To go to the long room. Thank you for turning me into a rabbit. That is not the way to the long room. This is the way to the long room. Also, if you care, the tea of the night is Earl Grey. This is not the one that I want to go into. It's all the way up there. Tea of the night is Earl Grey from Aldi. Because I had to go to Aldi yesterday. Not today. Because I didn't have a truck today. That's right. Yesterday and today are the same day to me now. But I had to go get tea. And I saw they had Earl Grey. And I was curious what the Aldi Earl Grey is like. And it's not bad. Aldi tea is surprisingly not bad. Considering how inexpensive it is. Which is very questionable. Oh, I never went up here. Right. Alright. I was having streamer brain when I was in here. I was completely... No, I did go in here. That's right. Did I skip something here? Do I need to... I need to go down there, I think, and hit a button that I did not do. I think. Looks like you actually got Quake from a chest in the swamp dungeon. Okay. There we go. Button. There we go. Now I'm in the sunroom. Compass. That'll be helpful. Now I can finally tell where I am. Having now explored every room in the dungeon. Why did that not work? Alright. So... do you remember where I just went to get the follower, the boss, that I transformed? Was that down... Wait a minute. Are they already in the room? They're not in the room. They wouldn't be in the room. I have to go get them again. I think. See, we're not down the staircase here, right? Or were they? Were they down the staircase? I can't pay attention. I'm too busy watching you from 2 weeks ago. That's alright. You don't think you need to watch me anymore right now, because I'm gonna stop after this dungeon, I think. Assuming the GPU doesn't crash. It was this... Yeah, it was the long room. That's right. It was down here. But thank you very much for guiding me. I appreciate it. I am still completely out of sorts after all the days that I've been having. And of course then when I finally do manage to set it back up to do another stream, all my save files are just mysteriously gone, so yeah. It's just a new problem after new problem after new problem. Every day. Hopefully the stream's alternator won't die. I learned many things today about vehicle repair. It's very cool. Alright, so I am going to fight the boss, which I remember nothing about suddenly. Do you want sword? Oh, you do. Okay. So hopefully I can do this without dying. Am I waiting for... Yep. Alright. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I need a bee. Help me, bee. I do have the cape. Oh, I can fight with the cape, right? That's right. I think I did that last time. It made it way easier. I don't know if the bee is actually helping me or not. And... easy. No problem. No problem when you cheat. 50 rupees. Fantastic. And the first crystal, because apparently I've lost all the crystals. And I could have captured that bee again, but whatever. Alright. So I have the hammer now, the magic powder, the extra heart container. One of the crystals. So I need to do the swamp dungeon, the forest dungeon, and another one. Forest dungeon. Wait. The one with the lizard in the mask. That is the forest dungeon. You said I need to do the swamp dungeon, the forest dungeon, the one with the lizard in the mask, and the town dungeon. Or are you saying the forest dungeon is the one with the lizard in the mask? Because it is. I'm very sure. And I've done the town dungeon now, so that leaves the swamp and forest then. If I'm not mistaken. That's what you're saying. Forest dungeon at Skull Woods, yes. That's the one that's right up here in the Dark World, right? The one where you can fall in from various places. Is it through here? I think you can get to it through here. Yes. Or no, I don't think you can get through to it from here. I think you've got to go around, annoyingly. It's like the one spot that you can't get to it from. Or can you? I guess you can. But this is the one that you mean, I assume. Because I don't think there's another forest dungeon. Not that I'm going to do it, just wondering. Just confirming. The moth boss is in this dungeon. He has a mirror shield. Are you sure it was the moth boss? I thought it was the mask guy. So is there a third dungeon that I need to do? Here, why don't I just, let me get out of this dungeon real quick. Our wall masters are in here, right? There we go. Thank you. Oh, well, I thought he would take me out of the dungeon. Never mind. That was not a shortcut. I think the mirror would probably do the same thing, because that's considered to be the start of the dungeon now. Might as well get this while I'm in here. Oh, well, I needed it there anyway. There's that one. Can I get to that with the hook shot? I can. It was a map. Utterly pointless. Alright. Alright, so now that I'm out, if I go to the map, can you tell me the numbers of the ones to do? Was it 4 that I did? So 1 is the swamp, 3 is the forest. Is there one more that I completed or not? It would have been 4 or 5. Not sure if I was able to do either. And by the way, I just went up to North Carolina. And, whoops. In the process of going up to North Carolina, just because I was browsing things, I ended up accidentally putting myself on one of my streams on in the car. And, it's very interesting hearing my voice on the car speakers. 3 Skull Woods, 1 is Palace of Darkness. 1 is the swamp. Unless you're saying 5 is the swamp. 5 is like a marshy area. 1 is a swamp. So you're saying 3 and 1 are the only ones that I did finish? That feels accurate to me. That's what I remember. Seems so. I didn't realize you went back to the swamp area. Swamp area is where the 3rd stream started. I think I had just beaten it. But I really don't remember. That was a while ago. It just makes no sense to me that all of the save data has just been gradually erased. I have no idea what has been happening. I haven't even turned on this computer in like 2 weeks. This is just like the first time that I've set it up and turned it on, and it's just like everything is gone for some reason. Makes absolutely no sense to me. I might as well just stay here then, so when I come back I can do 3, and I'll go down and do 1. And so the only other item that I'm missing, I got another key item. I can't remember what it was though. You couldn't do the dungeon initially because you lacked an item. I thought it was the cane, but I guess it was the hammer. Yeah, I couldn't do one of the dungeons because I didn't have the hammer. One of them does need the cane because you need to create the block to sit on the button to keep the door open. I feel like that was probably 4. The ice dungeon I think I could do, it was just confusing me. So maybe I'll go ahead and try to get the ice dungeon finished as well before I do the next official part of the stream. But anyway, yeah, I went up to North Carolina, hung out in the mountains for a while, hung out with my family on my birthday. It was nice. It's very nice. It's a nice break. And then I came back, and the alternator on the truck died. But my brother did put new headlights in, so I can actually see when I drive at night now, so that's cool. For anybody not in the know, which is everybody, I drive a pickup truck now that has 277,000 miles on it. And I'm pretty sure the alternator that was in it was the original, which is unbelievably impressive. Everything will be original, and then when it's handed down to me, that is when it will fall apart. But yeah, the GPU has not crashed. Not that that really means anything, it's such a completely random thing. But hopefully I'll be able to actually make progress. And I am going to look into GPUs. I know I need one. It's just stupid. Unless, you know, by incredibly freak chance, and the only way I'll really know this is if the GPU does crash. I remember when I was trying to find reasons why the GPU would crash like that, there was one person that was, and now I've got this stupid heartbeat going while I'm talking. There was one person who was really, really distraught because, there we go, because they tried everything they could possibly think of, including replacing the GPU, and it was still crashing in the exact same way. And there were people that were telling them it might be their actual electricity in the wall somehow is destabilizing the GPU. So, I'm thinking, now that I'm in a completely different house right now with a completely different setup, if it doesn't crash at all, that's very interesting. Because then there actually might be some truth to that absolutely terrifying concept. Really hope that's not the case. That is absolutely ridiculous if that's true. I'm assuming the GPU is just bad, and that's all there is to it. You can walk around this, right? Yes. But it's either the GPU or the power supply. Power supply would probably be cheaper to replace, but I think the power supply is fine. And none of the logs that I've looked at have remotely in any way indicated that the power supply is a problem. There's no power draw issues whatsoever. No temperature issues whatsoever. So I don't know what it is. I feel like if it was the wiring, you'd likely hear it through the interference in your audio setup. I don't know. I have no clue. That's just like, that's like a straw man desperation situation to just claim that it's the wiring in your wall. But maybe there's some bizarre chance where that's actually the thing. It could be the GPU is bad and somehow the frequency of the AC is off by like 1 Hz, and for some reason that throws it off, I don't know. Enough to make it crash. I really don't think that's the case. That doesn't really make any sense. But it could be a possibility. I'm just saying, if I never see it crash while it's over here, that's really bizarre. And I don't know what else to say about it. So otherwise, it's the exact same setup in every way. Anyway, I'm just wandering around at this point. I have completed my small objective. I have done a stream. I have no idea how long I've been streaming because I don't have enough monitor space to actually look at everything now. But it has not crashed so far. So, yeah, off screen, I will try to get back to where I was, basically completing Skullwoods and the Swamp, and then I'll try to get the Ice Dungeon done. If not mostly off stream, fully off stream, we'll see. And then hopefully the official part 4 of this randomizer will be nearly an hour. That's kind of what I figured. And hopefully the official part 4 of this randomizer will happen, and I'll be able to continue it and finish it. That would be great. It has been like 2.5 weeks or so. I don't even know how long since I've actually been able to stream last. But since I've streamed last. Anyway, I need to go to bed. I'm getting very tired. Anyway, Aiden did not show up. None of the familiar faces showed up, or if they did, they chose not to speak, which is fine. But again, to everybody that did show up, I don't know how many people really did. I see I've got 4 viewers right now, at least. Not counting you, so. Everybody watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. This was an experimental stream. I've already played all this in part 3 of this randomizer. It's just, there's been a lot going on. I've lost all the save data, so I was going back and trying to replay it and see if my stream would crash because my GPU is deeply unstable and it's been screwing everything up. So, I just wanted to see how everything would do. This is just kind of an experiment. I guess it worked pretty well. I'm kind of surprised at how well it worked, but that's good. So hopefully I'll be able to continue this maybe tomorrow. I'll see. Whenever I have time to actually play through this and get back to where I was. But other than that, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you'll stop by for a more put together stream where some actual progress is being made and hopefully the GPU does not crash. And if I can remember how to stop a stream, then I will end the stream and go to sleep. So everybody who's watching, and watched and will watch in the future. Thank you. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. And hopefully you'll stop by in the next stream.